Are you ready to have some fun with webcam? With very few lines of Python code, you can actually use different social media like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and also can have some fun in 4 simple steps. So let's dive into it. Before getting into the detail, please like this video, otherwise my grandma will come to your house and force you to take a shower. And before getting into the 4 simple steps, you have to make sure that you have Python installed and you can write Python code in your machine. And to do so, if you don't have Python installed in your machine, just go to or Google Python and go to python.org, and you will see this download options, and click on this button and download Python in your machine. And to write Python in your code, there are so many different options, but I will use in this video PyCharm. So just Google PyCharm download, click on this, and if you don't want to spend money, then just click on this black button underneath community. And once you have done, just go to the start menu and type PyCharm, and you will see PyCharm Community Edition. Click on this, and this will open PyCharm for you. And then click on this create new project, and you can give any name. So for me, I am giving webcam fun, and then click on this create button, and this will take few seconds for you create the project. Then all you have to do is to click on this file option and then click new, and then select Python file and give some name. Here I am giving the name main and press enter. And this will create a main.py file, and you can write any Python code here. So for me, I'm writing print and then the number 22 or any number. And you can do so many other configuration, but since I'm lazy, I just right click on it and then select run file in Python console. And if everything goes nicely, you will see whatever the number you have written here. This means you have Python installed and you can write Python code in your computer. That's your initial preparation. Now let's dive into step number 1. And the first step for us is to open up the webcam and then see that we can open the webcam by using some Python codes. And for this, we will just go to the Chrome and then search for Python install CV2. And this will take to a website, and where you will get a command, and I will just copy from it because I am a little bit lazy, and it says pip install OpenCV Python. Just copy this dude, come back to your PyCharm, and you will see there is a new option here called terminal. This is just kind of like your bus terminal or truck terminal, whatever the terminal you are thinking of, and paste your pip install command here and press enter. And this will take couple seconds to install OpenCV for Python. So OpenCV is an image processing which can help you to interact with the webcam or even take images and do a lot of fun stuff that we will be doing. So you successfully installed this OpenCV and NumPy here, so you don't need to worry about anything here. So this is done. Now we will do very easy steps. Since we installed OpenCV, we will import it, and that would be import CV2. This is the latest version of OpenCV. Then the next thing you will need to do is to start capturing video. And to do this, we will declare a variable, and the name of the variable will be cap, and we'll call CV2 and then video capture. And here you will give, usually in your case, you will put the number 0. Most of the cases it will work, unless you did kind of like created an external camera or mess up with configuration that I did. That's why I am using number 1. So for you, recommendation is start with 0. If that doesn't work, then use number 1 or number 2 later. And then we will create a loop, and this loop will run forever. That means when you are having a video call with your friend, that means the video conversation is going a longer time. It doesn't end like in maybe 10 seconds or 5 seconds. It goes for a long time. That's why we will create a while loop, and we'll just write true or something inside it. And inside the while loop, we will read this capture. And so that's why we'll do like a capture dot read. That means you need to capture the read. And once you start reading the capture, it will give you 2 things. First one is the retrieval, which we are not that much interested, and we are more interested about the frame. So this part is done. And then whenever you are capturing the frames of the webcam, you need to display it. And to do so, you will do like CV2 and then image show. That means I am show, and then you will give a name of the frame. By default, we'll give the name frame and just type the frame that you want to display. That's it. So you can give any other name. And once you start a video call or conversation, after when you are done, you would like to stop it. Like if you make a phone call, after you are done with the conversation, you press the red icon or some kind of button. In our case, we will use the Q. That is the Q key in our keyboard. And for that, we will type something like if CV2 wait key. That means we will telling CV2 to wait for 10 milliseconds. And if somebody is typing this keyboard key Q, in that case, you will break the loop. That means you will stop running it. And the last thing we need to do is to do some cleanup. And we will do it getting outside of the while loop. That means we are coming into the initial level of indentation. We are not indenting anymore. And here we will type CV. We will first type like a cap dot. We will say like a release. That means I don't need to be in the call anymore. So release it. And finally, CV2 will call destroy so that you can destroy all windows. So if I have like multiple windows running, we will see in a second, you just destroy it. So these are the things that you need to do. That's it. This is like hardly, if you take out the gap, like a 7 lines of code or 8 lines of code, that's it. And that's all you need to run an webcam. So let's experiment with it. And before starting, just click on this pause or stop button. And then you can either click on this play or this one. So I will do this one and let's see what comes up. So click on this and then you will see that after your code is running, you can see me. That means if your webcam runs correctly, then you'd be able to see the frame. That means this is the name we have given, and this for loop is running continuously and showing me inside this webcam. So that's the fun step of our step number 1, where you have written these lines of code. Just import CV2 video capture, and you are reading the capture and you are showing whatever is capturing. And this is just if you want to stop this frame and you want to release the capturing as well as destroy this window. So if I have this window selected and we are pressing on the Q key on my keyboard, then this would be stopped immediately. So this is our first step, the fun step. We will get into the second step. In the previous steps, we were able to start the webcam. So now we want to detect any specific object in our webcam. And to do so, ideally, you can do just detect a specific color. For example, you can just type for like a CV2 find maybe a yellow color range. So whenever you are trying to detect a color, for example, I'm detecting color this yellow, something like this. In that case, because of the light and the shading, this could be sometimes very dark yellow, sometimes could be very light yellow. So to detect this very accurately or as accurately as possible, you will give a range. And to do so, you will just search for any different color. So for me, right now available is a yellow color. And if you have like a blue or any other color available, then you will just for like a CV2, a blue color range or red color range or something like this. And you will get so many different answer. But here I am just taking like this as an answer. So this is, notice it has like an NP. So NP is usually a short name of NumPy. So whenever you install like CV2, you already have installed NumPy. So we'll just import NumPy as a small short name as NP. And here, what we will do, we will write here. So for example, we will say we have like a 2 color. Maybe we'll give it like a yellow lower range and yellow upper range. That means like this is the color, the way you declare a color with like a RGB or GBR, that means like a red, green, blue and their combination. So since we want to detect like this color specifically, not like this or not like this or some other color, not like black or something like this, and that's why we set up this color. And sometimes you will see in picture or images that people highlighted a specific thing. Say for example, whole image is black and white, but you are highlighting an apple or highlighting a person and rest of their friend is black and white. So that particular thing is called a mask. That means you are creating a mask, and to create a mask you will need kind of like a different way. Maybe you will create like a hue saturation. So before doing this, like to make it very simple, I will just right now, if I run this, say for example I stop this dude and then run it, you will see my image and the color is like at least colorful. You see like a different color here. But I can easily stop this dude. I will stop this dude and make this a gray color. And to do this, I will do like say something like gray, and I'll do like a CV2, and you are converting the color. So this means like you are CVT the color, and which color you will convert? You will convert the frame, and you can mention this color code. So the color code is CV2. Then if you start typing, it will say like you can convert BZR to gray. So if you want to convert to a gray and to display this gray, you will just select gray. And in this case, what you are doing, you are taking the frame and telling that, hey CV2, you convert this frame, and you are calling, hey CV2, you convert this frame to a gray color. Let's see how does it go. So I will just play this one, and you see now my colorful life, which was previously now black and white. Now you don't see all this stuff. So very simple way you can convert something to somewhere else. So we will stop this dude, and then we want to get like hue and saturation, which is exactly similar, like almost similar. So hue saturation we'll see is equals to CV2, and you say like, okay, convert color. So CVT color, you want to convert the frame, and this time you want to CV2 and then color, and we want to convert to BZR to HSB. This is like a hue, saturation and value, and we will reset this to frame. So what we got so far is just converting our current frame to some kind of like hue saturation, and this will make sense in few minutes. And then we want to mask it, and creating a mask is very simple. We'll say like only get this item range that we declared, this color range, only capture this range. And so we will just scroll it. Now we have yellow lower and yellow upper. So we'll do a CV2, and then you just pick only in this range, and there we will say like, okay, show this to an hue saturation value, and then you will start from lower bound, that means yellow lower, and you will capture the color yellow upper. And if you do this, after this you can just create another CV2, then image show. So you can show some image, and this time you say like, I want to see the mask. So now you will see some fun thing. Just start playing with this one, and now you will see like you are showing two frame or two images. One is this black and white, another one this color. So I will move this on this side, and this is on that side, and this side is an interesting, this is the masking. So for example, if I upload this, you see like a lot of noises, but you don't see anything like this. If I do use this, if I have this, you don't see much here. But if I added this, you see this specific box here. That means our masking can detect anything closer yellow to it. But if I do this, that means like this shade you cannot see and you don't detect it, and there is some kind of shade of yellow here, and so other things. And if I have this, you see you can detect this yellow only, but if I have like some phone or something like this, that thing is not detected because this is not in the range of yellow. So by using this, you should be able to detect anything yellow. So I will move this dude, or even if I have a book like this book, my grandma's favorite book. If you see this, because grandma has very horrible comedy sense, that's why she reads those books. So you can detect a specific color just by using a mask. So this is a fun step, but you see like a lot of different noises, and we need to get rid of all these noises because we want to only identify this specific color, not all this. You see the granular noises, I don't want to see those. So this is the second step with some simple steps. So let's stop this dude, and you see we just imported NumPy. we declare two bound of the color that we need to do. Here we are dealing with the yellow, that's why yellow lower and yellow upper. And then we create a hue saturation, just convert the frame to the hue saturation. There's the other frame, that means the black hue and saturation you will see. And then here you just created a mask, and the mask is not Elon Musk, it's just a image mask. And there you use the yellow lower and yellow upper. It will detect only this range, and you are just creating another frame, and we will keep it for a few more minutes, then we will get rid of it. And next our step is to somehow identify the bigger boxes and get rid of smaller things. So in the previous step we had a problem that we were getting a lot of noise detected, like a lot of fake yellow there. So we don't like the fake yellow or fake news. That's why we need to create some kind of border first to identify those and then get rid of the noise. And this is called contour. It's a hard word for me, but you can just search for CV2 find contours. And then you can go to their documents or CV2 Python find contour, something like this, and you will get, they have a method like CV2 find contours. You pass like a different type of method, like an external or tree, whatever you need, and it returns two things like contours and the hierarchy. So we need exactly the same thing. So we will say like first we will declare, say maybe like two variable, which would be contours and another one is hierarchy, and right side would be CV2 and then find contours. And the first thing, because we want to get the contours on the match, that means on the mask. So it's not Elon Musk, it's just a mask. And then we pass the method. That would be like the mode you would do is CV2, and you will do as an external border or outline, and the method you will pass, the method of like finding contour or blah 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 would be chain. This would be chain, say you can say like a chain approximately simple. That's it. So this is how you create the contours. Once you have the contours, the next step is very simple, say contours, something like this. And once you have the contours, the next step is very simple. You want to draw something, and to draw something you will see like CV2 and then draw. You can see like a draw contours, and you will pass the frame where you want to draw the contours. So this is the frame, and then you will see like what are the contours that you want to draw, and you already detected the contours, so just type the contours. And if you want to do any specific index, then put it, but in our case this -1. And the color, you see the color is defined by 3 numbers, and we'll simply, this is like a GBR or something like BZ or something like that, but we can play with it. So it's like 0 to 55 and 0, just 3 numbers. And then you can define some thickness, that whether the line would be 2 or 3 or those kind of thing. So once you have this, we just added 2 lines, finding the contour and drawing the contour. Then play with it, and you will see right now you have definitely will pop up like 2 window. So we will do this on this side and this is side, and you see like once we have it, now you see a border. Like if I don't hold it like this way, if you can detect the yellow nicely, and if you have like a shade or something, in that case you'll see like if it's a separate items, I'm holding this hand, this is the yellow, it's detecting. If I have this, you see nicely the yellow is detected here. Or even if I have this, you see like yellow is detected with my hand or those kind of stuff. So our task is to identify or detect the bigger one and get rid of all these noises inside this mic or hand and those kind of thing. We need to get rid of those noise because we want to control or detect by using this, and that is not very hard. So what we will do, we will close this dude. Maybe we don't need mask showing the mask frame, the second window anymore, so we'll get rid of this guy. And here what we will do, we'll say like, hey, or maybe before drawing here we'll say like, okay, you get a lot of contours, I understand that, so let me look through all these contours. So you can say like a for C in contours, that all the contours you have, and inside it you will get the area of the contour, and you declare a variable area, and this would be your CV2, and then you can say like a contour area, and you can contour area and pass this C. And now we can just print area, and then you will see that, for example, you will, if you just scroll it, you will see like so many different area would be showing here. So if I just play with this, and here if it's running nicely, you see like all these noises 0, and look at this here. When I have this big one, you see now I have a big number, you see some big number, right? So this is the big number. Or even if I pop this you see like some 1500 among these zeros. If you just pause it, you see like 1550 and 105. So these are the noise because those are the smaller one and these are the bigger dude. So I can write some specific condition that if area is greater than 300 or something like this, in that case you will just print the area. Now if I play with this, go there, now you see if I have, or even I have all these noises, but it just only printing out only the bigger ones because we are having some condition and only showing or printing those which has more than 300. So in our case right now, other than drawing everything, we can just draw here like we have this draw contour something. Now what we will do, we'll take out this, so Control X and put it here, and then we need to do one simple thing. Here we are drawing all the contours, so instead of drawing all the contours, we will only draw the C, because we are looping through all the contours, picking up one single contour, and then we are checking whether its area is more than 300, and if that is true, we want to only draw that one. So we just change it to C. Now if we play this dude, let's see what happens. And if we play with it, now I don't see like a mass noise and all the noise are gone. But if I have this, I see only it's drawing this guy. And if I have this, it's only drawing this dude. It's not a smooth line, but at least it's drawing it. And if I have this, it doesn't draw. Or if I have this, it doesn't draw around it, but it draws only this dude. So that's how we can only focus on the big guys and ignoring the smaller ones. So, and the next step we want to know here is to the position of these items, and then we want to do some specific thing with it. So in the third step, all we did is to we used the contours, and then we filter out by drawing the areas of this contour. If it has a significant area, then we are just drawing only for this contour. So this is a fun step, and the next step would be even amazing. So this is step number 4, where we will have all the fun. And to do so, all we need to do is to identify the specific length or those kind of thing for each area or the contour that we identify more than 300. And to do so, you can just call some CV2 method, and this is called bounding rectangle. So you can find the bounding rectangle of a contour, and this gives you 4 things as return. The first thing would be the X position. So here, if you think about in the horizontal axis, or if I have something here, this is the horizontal axis, and this is the start initiation, and this is the vertical position Y, and this is the width of the item that I am holding, and this is the height. And if I use this one, this is the X position, this is the Y position, this is the width, this is the height. So you will get all 4 return, width and height from this bounding rectangle. And once you have this, you can draw. So we will draw a rectangle, and we will get rid of draw contours, and we'll say like, hey CV2, you can do some rectangle, and you want to do this rectangle on the frame. And your first point, if I have this, so the initial point, we need these 2 corners. So this corner is just the X position and the Y position. So, and 2 position we'll put inside a bracket in a set X and Y, and this position, so this is X and Y. So this corner would be X plus width. So this is the height, and this is Y. That means this is Y, and this is Y plus height. So this corner becomes X plus W and Y plus height. So X plus W and Y plus height. This is your second point. and the color you can define as usual, like we will do is 0 to 55 and 0, and then last you can define thickness. So that's it. So now you will have a straight line and a fun line once you run it. And if you have this code running, just press on this stop and then rerun it, and this time we will see something different. So you see like a straightforward line here. You see, not like all these hazy lines, and it starts from this corner. If I hold it a perfect rectangle, and this is my XY, and this is the width and the height. And if I have this shape, it's just doing the external, because we told it when you are masking you use the external, and it do like a simple approximate. That's it. This is what it is doing. So by using this, you can absolutely do this part. So we got the X and Y. Once we got the X and Y, now we can determine whether we are moving this item inside here. And to move this, very simple way we can tell. So for example, here I have this item in my hand. So this is in a height of like position Y. If I don't move it, it just stays here. If I move it, for example, if I reduce it, so this is its current position, and its next position would become this. So I can call this is a previous position and this is the current position. If I even move it down, that means its previous position is the one it was before, and this is the current. If I move even down, this is the previous, this is the current. That's it. So outside of this while loop, I declare a variable previous Y, and initial value is 0. And here inside this area, I will do some kind of check. For example, if current Y is less than previous Y, that means you are lowering it or something like this. In that case, we want to do something. So we will do like an if current Y is less than previous Y. In that case, we'll do say maybe moving down, something like this. So if we print something like this, and then we want to see whether this works nicely for us. So we have this Y, and every time you are changing the position, you need to reset it. So what we will do, we'll say like a previous Y is equals to current Y. So that's pretty much it. So we do previous Y and print. Let's see whether this gives us any error or something like this. So we stop this dude and we rerun it, and let's see whether we get any error, but we get it correctly. And if we start doing it, you see it sometimes if I just scroll it, I can scroll it, I get like if I move it, say like I move it, I say like a more moving down or something like this. So you can get some actions out of here. So we will stop this dude, and now we will install the last piece that we need to do to get the actual fun out of it. To install, we will use pip install and then AutoGui. That means Python automatic GUI, and you press enter. So AutoGui, you will see once it is installed, this is the command that you run, AutoGui, or even you can just Google it, that pip or Python install AutoGui. And if you search for it, you will go to this website and you will get pip or pip3, like a pip install AutoGui. Copy this dude and you can run here, and then you will have this AutoGui. AutoGui is an awesome thing that helps you. AutoGui is an awesome thing. You can do any kind of keyboard or mouse action. So in our case, what we will do, we will first import AutoGui. So here we will import AutoGui, and then inside our if condition, where you would be able to see this, the AutoGui, and we'll tell it to press the space key on your keyboard. That means once this condition happens, all we want to do is to, when you are moving down or doing something leaks, we are telling the AutoGui to press the space button. So that's how, by operating the space, you can easily have fun here. And now you are all set to have fun. We'll just run this guy. So we'll press start or the play button. It will open up. So now go to the browser, and you can find like Instagram or any other profile, and you have this Instagram open, and any profile, like here I have the Programming Hero profile open, and maybe I will put this one on the left side to can see the half part of it, or maybe a most part of it here, and then my image capturing frame here. So whenever I am moving this, that means I am moving down or moving down here, in that case I would be actually pressing the space bar, and if I have this space bar, then I should be able to scroll or use this Instagram, and that would be the fun thing. So I take this, and you see my hand is, both hand is here, so that definitely by moving this you should be able to scroll or use any kind of social media. So this was like a Programming Hero. You definitely follow Programming Hero Instagram profile. If you want Ariana Grande or any other profile like you, Katy Perry, or any other profile you like, and or even if you have a crush and you want to like scroll through, go through all the previous picture that your crush posted 10 years from now, you can just build this and then you can just scroll. And this would be the fun projects. And it's not only Instagram, not only Facebook, you can do it in TikTok too. I will show you in TikTok. Let's see, TikTok. So if you go to TikTok, and if you start maybe TikTok homepage, so I will go to the TikTok homepage, and then now you want to see all this TikTok and make your day or whatever you want to do, and you want to scroll, you can scroll all these TikTok videos or anything you want to watch or keep watch now, those kind of thing. You should be able to keep watching videos after videos all day, and you will be never be bored of TikTok, and you will be hooked there. So this is the fun step that you can do webcam to use any kind of like an social media that has this infinite scroll. It could be your Facebook, like a Facebook of like say Tom Cruise or some other profile. Even if you want to like scroll through Tom Cruise, what he did when he was in like Mission Impossible 1 or Top Gun, or even when he was a baby kid, what he was doing, you don't need to just go to the page and then use any kind of like any small yellow stuff. If you are tracking the yellow things, or even if you have this like a yellow water bottle, you can just drinking water and then keep watching what this dude Tom Cruise is up to. So that's all from this video. If you like this video and followed up to this much, you will definitely have to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and go to the App Store and find out Programming Hero app. This is an amazing app where you can learn Python and you can stay with us, and never forget to like us on Instagram. That's all from this video. See you in the next one. And if you don't like this video, grandma will come to your house and force you to take a shower. Take care.